all know the issue when we use our tablet with a glossy screen on a sunny day and it basically turns into a mirror. This is the Huawei MatePad 11.5S, and Huawei is basically killing that issue with a paper matte screen. So let's test it out, if it is worth the money and if the accessories hold up to the quality. Let's cut straight to the chase. The screen. Huawei packed an 11.5-inch panel here with a crisp 2.8K resolution. On top of that, you get a buttery smooth 144Hz adaptive refresh rate. But the real magic is the surface texture. We don't have this typical sparkle effect you might know from other matte screens. This one really looks good. And you can really feel it. If we just hold it against one of my lights here, we can just see the shine here. But for example, if I use my iPad for the same thing, you can basically see the reflection like if you would look in the mirror. Of course, you can get also similar technology on the iPad, but the upgrade price almost costs more than this tablet itself. Speaking about the price, currently you can get this one on Huawei's website in Germany for 369 euro. So this is just the tablet. If you're interested in having the keyboard as well, you'll be paying 449 euros. And if you order directly from them, you get a discount on the pen as well, which will cost you currently another 39 euros. So basically you will be paying around 500 euros for the full package: keyboard, tablet and pen. Because the screen is matte and slightly textured, pairing it with a Huawei M Pencil Pro gives you a genuine pen on paper feel. The stylus snaps magnetically to the side to charge and offers subtle haptic vibration feedback while you write or draw. Huawei also added a super smart shortcut. Clicking the tail button of the stylus instantly launches the Huawei Notes app. And this app is loaded with some AI tools. You can literally scribble a complex math equation, circle it, and the system instantly solves it and turns it into a neat digital graphic for your notes. And if you are a messy writer like me, then you also can clean up your writing a bit. Just circle the text, enhance handwriting, and it looks beautiful. It will not be your own handwriting, of course, and you even can change the font. And also you can change the level. Either way, my own handwriting I can't recognize anymore. But if you want to have beautiful handwriting and your own handwriting doesn't cut it, it's definitely an option. But just basically looking, the quality is really superb of the screen. It really looks like somebody wrote with a pencil on paper. The built-in Go Paint app comes completely free and it is really good. We got realistic 3D oil brushes and frame-by-frame animation tools. You can even create time lapses of your drawings, and this is a really cool feature in my eyes. Unfortunately, I'm not the best artist. I can maybe get a half-decent Homer Simpson out of my hand, but I gave the tablet to my niece, who is quite a bit better with it, and she drew this. Check out her TikTok account, where she is sharing some of her artworks. What else is packed into this sleek design? For the big brother to step up against the Oppo Find X9 Ultra. But first, let's take a look at daytime photos. In today's comparison, I will give to you a good look at all the photo styles of the... It gets really loud and the sound is also very clear, so sound performance is also really good. We got a massive 8800 mAh dual cell battery in this tablet, and from my experience you can get easily through the day. It of course also depends on the normal factors as how bright your screen is and what kind of task you're doing. If you're doing a lot of heavy lifting with video editing or watching videos all the time, of course it will affect the overall battery life, but the worst I got out was 6 hours, and normally I always got through the day and just charge it overnight. All of this tech is packed into a beautiful all metal unibody that's just 6.1mm thin and just weighs 515 grams. What about apps? Huawei has a long time ago already established its own app gallery, and it works just as any other Play Store you know. So you can get most of your apps easily here. The elephant in the room are the Google apps. And of course, we all know about the infamous Google ban when it comes to Huawei, but also for this we got an easy alternative. We got the Aurora Store and an app called MicroG services, with which we can easily log into our Google accounts, and I tried it with YouTube, Google Drive, YouTube Studio, or also Google Maps, and they all worked flawlessly. So you would need a second store here, which is not as straightforward as on other Android devices, but it's also not a huge problem in my eyes. Front-facing camera of the Huawei MatePad 11.5S can shoot in 1080p with 30 frames per second. So no 4K here. When the tablet is horizontally, the camera is in the center on the top. So it is nice, it is not on the side, because I think most of us use the tablets horizontally, especially tablets of this size. So this is a good thing, and this is the quality you can expect, and also the microphone quality as well. So this is now the rear camera, the only camera we have on the rear, and also this one shoots in 1080p with 30 frames per second. Of course, we also can take photos with it, and this is the rear camera performance. Nothing out of the ordinary, but it is quite decent. For the front-facing cameras, it is what you would expect from a tablet camera. It is doing a decent job, and it also has a beauty mode. I'm not a big fan of these kind of modes, but you can see it here in action and how I look without it. If you are looking for a tablet that gives you the freedom to work, create, study, or watch videos anywhere without blinding reflections, the Huawei MatePad 11.5S might be the right tool for you. Combined with the stylus, the modular keyboard, and those advanced AI features in the Notes app, it is a formidable mobile workstation for students and creators alike. But what do you guys think? Do you prefer a matte display, or are you a fan of the glossy screens? Do you maybe use a matte screen protector already on your glossy tablet? Let me know in the comments. If this video was helpful to you, a like would be nice, and a sub would be great too. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.